Morning, still John, still Sunday morning. And the other thing I'm doing this morning, now I'm sort of doing a bit of maintenance, is putting my new pedals into the rig. So yesterday I treated myself to some new pedals. So I went and bought a Roland DP-10. I bought a Korg DS-1, this one's the H. And I also bought, so I was going to try out and see how good it was, the Stagg Susped10. Okay, I'm taking it out of the box yet. Here we are. So there are a couple of reasons why I decided to treat myself to some new pedals yesterday. One of them is that I actually like with my pedals to actually feel the resistance of the pedal when you press it on my foot. So you can do that with these pedals. They're slightly more expensive than the cheaper sort of pedal, where you can't really feel any resistance there at all. The second thing about these pedals is they have something they call damper control on them now, which the new keyboards recognise. And you can tell that because if I put that up to the camera, you can see that that is a stereo 1/4" jack on it. And what that does is that actually relays sort of how hard you're pressing the pedal. So whether it's there or full down or full up. Which makes a hell of a difference. So if you've got the pedal in one of the assigned modes and you're trying to do a partial damp, you can actually hold it down and it will react like it would react if it was a proper sort of piano, for argument's sake. So the more you press the pedal down, the more the hammers come down on the strings, for argument's sake, or the cushions go up on the strings to dampen or suspend the sound. So that was the reason why I bought that, because I found that on the Jupiter when I'm playing the Jupiter for certain sounds. It needs one of those. And similarly with the Korg, the reason why I went and bought the Korg pedal is because the Korg is actually, the pedal itself is the wrong way around to the pedal I was using with the Korg. So I decided I might as well just go and buy the right Korg pedal itself. Which actually, I have to be honest and say, you know, compared to the Roland pedal, the Korg pedal is actually quite a nice unit. It's very ergonomically designed, isn't it? So the Roland one is very square, the Korg one is very sort of ergonomic. But it also is the fact that the Korg, as I say, the polarity is switched around on the Korg. So I thought I might as well just go and buy one of those, and they were actually on special, so I did pay an awful lot of money for it. And the last one I bought is for, actually I'm going to use it on my DX7, which is behind me, and it was this Stagg pedal, and I sort of thought to myself, well, I'll give this brand a go. I've never used them before. It is a switchable pedal. Okay, it's not as resistant as the Roland one. I mean, there's not as much resistance there as there is on this Roland one. There's far more resistance there. But it has got the ability to flip polarity on the actual keyboard, it's on the pedal itself, and also, again, this one's not for keyboards that have damper control on it. Or half damper control on it, because it's only got a standard mono 1/4" jack on it. Okay, so 3 pedals, which I'll install in the next 10 minutes, because it won't take me that long. So that's quite good. But what it does sort of bring me on to is, I mean, many of you have seen on my videos that my keyboard stands themselves, I sort of just like that. I've got 3 tiers of keyboard stand there, and it's made up of this 1/4" racking. or 40mm racking, which is part of Gibraltar's drum range actually. And what that does is gives me a very stable platform for my keyboards. But what it also allows me to do is I've got tons of room around the back of the keyboards that I can get my hands up. So, you know, it's really easy to actually do stuff on my keyboards because I can get my hand around the back of it, or I can get underneath it and get up actually behind it to actually read on the back of the keyboard which hole I'm meant to be putting stuff into. I know that sounds daft, but it makes a hell of a difference when you're trying to sort of lie on your back trying to work out which hole things go into. Oops, I've got the drum kit on the Kronos. Yeah. So yeah, it shouldn't take me very long, but I'm quite pleased with those. As I sort of like plug them in and tell you I get on with them, but the bottom line is they are the right keyboards, pedals for the right keyboards, and sometimes it's just good to have the right equipment for the right purpose. Strong believer in that sort of stuff. Anyway, pedals away.